In today's video, we're going to talk about caching, better yet, how to bust through that caching with some solutions here from Gravity Forms. More specifically, in this frequently asked questions article on the Gravity Forms knowledge base, this will give you the full understanding of what caching is, how it affects Gravity Forms. You probably want caching to be disabled on 99.999% of your Gravity Forms so that you can intake that dynamic content without the caching getting in the way, especially, very business sensitive stuff like payment to sign up to a membership, a donation if you're a nonprofit site, email address if it's a newsletter sign up. And just recently, I was running into an issue with a site that I haven't worked on in a while. And I was like, why isn't the payment going through this? Something's wrong here. And it, in fact, was the caching. And I had, on the hosting side, disabled the caching and whitelisted one of the pages, or the only page, that had the donation form on it, and it still wasn't going through. There was something happening with the caching mechanism at the host, and then I got through by using our own knowledge base article. So let's go ahead and dive in. I won't read the whole article, but I will show you at least just a couple of bits here that might make your troubleshooting a little bit easier. And if you're a Gravity Forms customer, feel free to file a support ticket with all the necessary information. We can help you get headed in the right direction. So page source, you can look at the page source to see if caching is on. And not every caching mechanism will put this in the view source. But if you don't know you have caching, this might be one way to see it. So let's go ahead and pull up the site. So I have a local host, and where we definitely don't want caching to exist ever. But let's go ahead and view the source here. Or I'm just going to inspect. It's just a little bit easier to see. We can see right here at the bottom of the source code of this very, very simple landing page, you'll see dynamic page generated in 0.454 seconds, cached by WP Super Cache. This is just a quick indication to say, if I don't know if caching is running, like I don't see a caching plugin, I'm on my hosting provider, and there's no caching button, how can I see real quick if caching is there? You can inspect and view the source, and at the bottom of at least Super Cache, it'll put it in there for you. So this article will walk you through how to identify the different types of caching layers on some providers like Cloudflare, Kinsta, Sakori, and some of these others from like the WP Optimizer plugin. Okay, and if you don't know where to find ways to disable caching, we have a collection of popular resources here, or popular hosting companies, plugins, themes that are, have some kind of caching mechanism there by default. You can go and click these links to help you figure out how to disable those or at least troubleshoot those if you need. Most important part of today's video is the tools that could help. The tools that could help section. The Fresh Forms plugin, which is what we're going to install today. And you can also take a look at Gravity Wiz's Cache Buster. Again, both linked in this article here. So let's go back to our website, and we'll go to Add Plugin. And we will search for Fresh Forms. Now, Fresh Forms, obviously, is in the WordPress repo. We can learn a little bit more about it here. It's going to explain how it interacts with hosting and caching plugins, and we can install and activate them. And we'll go right to the settings. Now, the settings for Fresh Forms lives right in the parent settings for Gravity Forms, and there's nothing you have to do. This is automatically going to disable caching for the caching plugins and caching layers that it supports. But if you wanted to, you could put in a post ID right inside this setting in a comma separated value so that you could target specific pages. You say, I definitely want to make sure that this page is getting omitted from caching. You could do that here. And then you have a little option here for Gravity Forms shortcode or the Gravity Forms GForm wrapper class if you're using ACF and you're looking at advanced custom fields. So if you're looking to disable caching there. But I'd say for 99% of us, if you're looking for a quick and easy way to avoid most caching mechanisms, Fresh Forms will do it for you. And you won't have to do anything else. It'll just be active and disabling caching on your particular Gravity Forms pages and posts that have the shortcode or the Gutenberg embed, etc. So check out Fresh Forms as a great accessory plugin to put in all of your Gravity Forms projects, especially when you're dealing with clients in their different various hosting platforms with caching. Really easy, really simple to set this up. This is what solved my particular problem with the host I was running into a caching issue with. Now, I've known about disabling caching. This is something that I do on a lot of other hosting companies. This particular site, helping somebody's my friend's site, and they were on a hosting provider that I don't often use, and the caching just wasn't working. So Fresh Forms to the rescue. Again, you can also look at GravityWiz Cache Buster if you're a GravityWiz customer or user. And then we have some more information here on Cloudflare's Rocket Loader to see if this is something you need to turn off on your website. It's a great article. It's a great resource. Check it out. I'll link it below. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want more Gravity Forms stuff. And we'll see you in the next one.